Ladies and gentlemen, it is John Manzione, host of The Cold Open, and I'm here with Smokin' Joey. Today we have Roy from AspireUSA, and we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between AspireUSA and Aspire China. We're also going to talk about that little box mod I showed you yesterday that everybody's excited about. How you doing this morning, Roy?
Pretty good.
Has the convention been going all right?
Convention's going pretty good, except for the time difference.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true, that's true. You're West Coast, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so listen, I'm sure my audience would love to know the difference between AspireUSA and Aspire China. Just what is AspireUSA? What do you do?
So AspireUSA, back in October of last year, we partnered with Aspire China. So kind of like eIGate, you know, is above Aspire China. AspireUSA is separate from both eIGate and Aspire China, but we represent them here in the United States, mostly because of the volume we do and the relationship we've built with their company.
Okay. Now, so it's not a spin-off? The company was actually created in California to partner with Aspire, or did Aspire China say, all right, we need to form a U.S. corporation to represent our interests over here?
So we were already a company established in Washington. And you know, we were U-Vapor, and after about 8 to 10 months, they realized that we were very serious about their product, that we could represent them properly here in the United States, and abroad as well in some places.
Yeah.
And they respected that, and we respected their product, and because of that, we were able to establish that relationship.
Okay. And what's your job specifically, besides running events?
I do a little bit of everything there. If you call into AspireUSA, I'm one of the people who picks up the phones. If you send an email, I'm pretty much the person who's going to answer your email. I handle a lot of special projects there. I do everything from the events to going out and getting coffee. I'm pretty much...
Oh, really?
I call myself the chief secretary.
Oh, okay. If U.S. vendors wanted to buy from you, set up an account from you, whatever, would they go to you or would they go to Aspire China?
It actually kind of works both ways. Sometimes when you place an order with Aspire China, there could be a long lead time, so they'll actually direct them to us. And the reason is because we have one of the largest inventories of Aspire products in the United States. I would say we have the largest. So if you want to place an order with China, sometimes you might have things like we're having now with the Chinese holiday, which is coming to an end.
Right.
You would have to wait for a long time. Plus, there's always customs, any type of shipping problems or errors that can occur. With us, you get it in 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, so. Excellent. Oh, good. Good. All right. Now, when the Aspire Sub-Ohm came out, the Sub-Ohm battery came out, when I saw it, I read the specs on it, I said, man, I got to try that, because I was really loving the Atlantis. I still love the Atlantis. And it seemed to be made just perfect for it,
Yeah.
So, was the intent of the CF Sub-Ohm, was the intent to make a matching sort of carbon fiber mechanical for the Atlantis itself? I mean, is it spec'd out for the Atlantis?
So it's spec'd out for the Atlantis, but the Atlantis at the same time is spec'd out as many other RBAs and RDAs. It's 22 millimeters. So really what it was made to do was to take your rebuildables that you already have, some of the people who don't, super sub-ohm and they're going way, way low.
Right.
Anything for that. It was supposed to be, it served for 2 reasons. For someone who wants to go from an ego battery to something with a little bit of more power, or somebody wants a device that will handle everything they have in their arsenal.
Right.
So it's multifunction. Of course, its intended use was for the Atlantis.
Yeah.
It was built to power that because that's where the direction the company was going in. But anytime we design something, we always have to think about the market itself.
Right. And it's doing really well, isn't it?
The sub-ohm battery, yeah, it does do very well.
Yeah.
And the CF mod was another good addition to it because people like myself, I've got 20 18650 batteries on me at any given time. So I like the convenience of flipping in and out, but people like us were paid to vape, so we can kill something in an hour, and versus other people who a sub-1 battery can last them a day or 2.
Yeah.
So we try to release things with everyone in mind.
Yeah. All right. Well, this new product that's that's coming out at the end of the month. Let's talk about it. It is. First of all, let's show it.
First already?
I
think it is.
Yeah, well, yeah, today's the first, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can you show our audience here? This is it again. If you haven't seen our breakfast video yet, this is the new box mod from Aspire. Now, tell us a little bit something about. Spec it out for us.
Spec it out. Well, it's a 1900 milliamp hour battery.
Okay.
It's got a turn knob right here on the top. Counterclockwise turns it down, clockwise turns it up. It's all one hand. Real simple fire button. 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. Pass through on the bottom. And just like everything else in the CF series, it's got that floating head. It's really got everything that you just expect from a 30-watt box mod, either from like eLeaf or I think the Skelly has a good 30-watt. One of the things I compared it to when I first got it in my hands was the Skelly 30-watt because it was built so well.
Yeah.
And it has those copper contacts. I want to know what the firing time, the lag time between hitting the button and everything was. And this really stood up well to it. And the fact that it was lightweight, I mean, for me, I'd have no problem using it. And I know my wife would love it in her purse. She wouldn't even know it was there.
Yeah, that's what you can spec it out as a 30-watt box mod all day long. But the one thing that nobody has that this one has, and I don't, I didn't expect it to be so light. I mean, your carbon fiber series is incredible. It's really innovative. That's a featherweight box mod compared to what it can do, compared to the other one.
It was when we first got the CF mods, and I was like, this is the lightest the device is ever going to get.
Yeah.
Of course without the AT650 battery, but this was even lighter when we picked. When I prepared for this trip, getting ready, we'd done a bunch of videos and stuff, so I had to figure out which boxes were empty and which boxes were full, and I couldn't really tell, so I had to open all of them.
Yeah.
It was actually painstaking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I love these things. They're great.
Yeah, I can't wait to get a hold of them. I really can't. And we'll be giving some away when they come out, and we can get our order in. Do what?
I locked it during the demonstration.
Yeah. It's excellent. Now, I understand we can't say too much about the next tank that's coming out, but we do know its name, but we won't say. But Aspire is coming out with a next tank that's going to hit.
Yeah, a lot of times we see things, but we don't know their names. To be honest with you.
Okay.
So we might have two or three things sitting on a desk, where we might hear about it from them when we sit and meet and talk with them.
Yeah.
One of the big weird things for us was seeing in some other videos, some shots of Aspire and actually seeing those and the designs and everything. So we're really happy knowing that it's really generating interest, and we, just like Aspire's website says, they're innovative and they try to bring things new every 3 months at least. So I would say with this, probably by March, April, May, before June, we'll have something new out, more than likely.
Have something new what?
Something new out before June or probably just after June. It's usually about every 3 months, and that's the way it has been.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I know it's already getting. I think it just opened 6 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago to the public, and it's already crawling with people. So I don't want to take too much of your time. So I really appreciate you coming by, Roy.
Thanks for having me.
And we will be.